Off Route 1 in Topsfield is Ray of Light Chiropractics, a family service serving residents from all over Essex County. But this particular practice has seen a large influx of injuries from a more uncommon source. Since Christmas, Dr. Laura Godfrey said she's seen over a dozen clients, including Danvers resident Joe Saenz, that are coming in with injuries not from real sports, but those played on the Nintendo Wii. Saenz was able to take away some time from his treatment to talk about some of the games and movements that have given him problems.
To what they call the nunchuck and the wand itself. So basically, you're using the motions, so you're like punching.
Right, yeah.
When you're bowling, you can stand there and just kind of swing your arm. That's one thing, but it also, depending on the game, it's your motion of your arm or your wrist. That's how I learned that part, is that, you tend to do this. So what happens is you're twisting and all that. So you got to learn to kind of, when you bowl, just while you're doing it, obviously something aches, from bowling to tennis to whatever, doing swings. But again, that competitive side of your brain takes over, and oh please, it really doesn't hurt, just keep doing it, you got to do better.
There have been some people who come in with shoulder and upper back seem to be pretty big from the tennis and from the boxing. Right. You got the kids coming in, so you got the little ones, the 4 and the 5-year-olds.
Really?
And I know that I've got a couple of grandparents who want to keep up with their their grandkids being able to play the tennis. So, that one gentleman is 74, 75. So, and he would go to the grandkids' house and play tennis with them. And so he went and bought a console for himself over the holiday time, so that he'd be able to practice to be able to play with the grandkids. Right. Grandpa not constantly getting beat by, Joe was saying, you get so lost in it, and that whole competitiveness of it, you don't even realize the hours slip by. So now it is your 6 hours you've been playing tennis with your kids. You're about toast with your arm. So, because a lot of times people have the no pain, no gain theory in their head, and that when it hurts, they should stop. You can even draw the correlation back to like the boxing. It's the overextension, because you've got no feedback. You don't have that input coming back in.
Right.
Like the boxing and the bowling and holding your hand a certain way. So, you're missing that 10-pound ball in your hand. All you've got is that little the little game console. Or you just overuse syndrome, because these are adults that haven't exercised at that caliber for quite some time. So we teach them some exercises to do, some stretching, some warm-up, some cool-down prior to get them so that they can play it and change their length of time that they do play. So rather than, playing for 3 or 4 hours at a time, slowly increment up to playing for an hour before they're taking a break. And so, I've had a couple of guys basically lay off the boxing, stop. Stay away from it for a couple of weeks, and then slowly go back and gradually work your way back into it. Because it's a game, they don't think that they're getting that same caliber, their same caliber of exercise, which that's all part of it, is to get them to exercise more, especially with the way the weather's been.